I mean, you can see it in the video.
I
Now
can.
it's off. Now it's on. And it's just pointing at the wall.
I can
Not at me.
I can absolutely see it. Oh
Mm.
shit! I should like. One sec.
Yep.
Oh, never mind. Sign's already there. It's all good.
All right then.
I was like, do I have my recording sign up? I'm like, let me go double check. Do I have that up?
That's good then.
Not like I've been recording much. God damn it! Fuck. Carpet down. Yeah.
Bad carpet.
Jesus. Yeah. Stay down. Goodness.
Ultima 5, random enemy appears. The carpet.
The carpet. the true final boss of any video game. It's like the grass. Oh shit.
The floor.
Oh shit. Oh shit. We got. I wasn't prepared. For this. This was not what I signed up for. The floor.
It's funny that both the floor and the grass were actual things there.
Yeah, that's a vindictive DM.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hella vindictive DM. He wants you dead.
I don't know. Richard Garriott is anything if not vindictive.
like that's a level of DMing where like you have an issue with your group and you're not going to outwardly take it out on them, but you're gonna make sure they realize you have a fucking problem. The floor attack.
You're gonna know you pissed him off. You're not gonna know why, how, or why, but you're gonna know you did.
If the floor attacks you, he says that shit with a straight face. Just apologize. I don't even care what you. Even if you don't know what you did to him, just be like, "Yo, man, I'm really."
You're gonna attack by the floor right now.
It's like, man, I'm really sorry. Can we like talk? Can we talk this out? Can we like handle this over a game of like Yu-Gi-Oh or something? Do we have to?
The floor doesn't seem to be receptive to your
diplomacy. Shit.
Roll initiative.
Ah, shit. Doesn't matter. You all lose. The floor goes first. And it has advantage. Get ready, assholes. It's about to get messy.
Floor uses open. Move is very effective.
Yeah. Yeah, you all get hit. What's your AC? Doesn't matter. You got hit. Doesn't matter. Doesn't. Yo, you have a 20. You have a 25 AC. Yeah, no, he hit. Yo, he. Oh,
you have a good AC. Well, it's a shame that after a 1,000-foot drop, that's doesn't really factor in.
Yeah, your AC doesn't matter when you fall 250 fucking feet. That doesn't really.
I mean, yeah, you take 10 points less damage, but you took let's see, what is it? About 5,000% of your hit points.
Yeah,
so, yeah. Take your good AC and you're dead.
Yeah, you're dead. That's it. That's. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I haven't gotten a ton done this week. Well, mostly because after I went through and beat everything, or beat the two things I was working on, I had enough content.
You needed something to.
Yeah, I needed a palate cleanser.
Just a breather.
Yeah, but this also, I'm not going to take too long because this is not going to be a longer show this week. But I got into an argument about how an ability worked in Crisis Core because me and my friend's like, well, no, it's like, so the ability is called Costly Punch. Every time you use it, it takes up some of your HP. If you look up YouTube videos on it, they will all tell you that attack power factors into the damage this ability does. And these are like widely watched videos. These aren't like some nobody. These are like 50, 60, 70,000 K views, mostly liked. You know, these are fairly successful videos.
So they're more in the mainstream, not crackpot theories on the
Yeah.
rim or something like that.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
wrong.
Huh.
They're wrong.
Okay.
They're 100%. Okay, so they're like wrong, but they're right. But they're right in the most minimal way possible. Imagine being right, but you're right in the smallest possible way. Yeah. So like attack power factors into it, but like minimally. The only thing that matters is your total maximum HP. So how much HP you
kind
have.
of figured as much.
How much HP you have at max. I figured this out because I felt 28k and I was hitting for around 70, 80,000. Yeah, I know. This move lets me hit that hard. So I was like, oh, that's weird. I'm not hitting max. My friend's like, well, I hit for max and I have less. It takes into account like your level and your HP. So I'm like, why am I hitting consistently less? Then I boosted my HP by about 20k. And now I hit for 99,000 every single time I hit something. And yes, I exploited that the entire way through the final dungeon. I one punch man the final boss straight up. I folded his ass like a lawn chair. That shit happened. Fuck a sword. I'm punching you straight in the solar plexus and you're gonna fold up. That's what happened. When you hit somebody so hard their knees touch their fucking toes. Yeah. When you hit someone so hard their head hits their fucking toes because they folded over. Just yeah. And for those of you
or it's a pancake move, like you hit them from over the head.
Yeah.
And they're just a pancake.
I had this joke about Crisis Core where I'm like, theater nerd has to die because all he does is recite the one play he has memorized. And I initially had said that was the wrong interpretation of Crisis Core. No, it's the right interpretation. Slightly out of context, but it is the proper interpretation because by the end of the game...
it's one of those summarize the game badly things.
Yeah, it's like summarize the game badly. Theater nerd has to die because he will not shut up about this one fucking play. So I folded his ass and told him to shut the fuck up. That's what happened.
Yeah, funny sequel. Mother's Day gone extremely wrong.
Oh. Final Fantasy VII. Guy really, really, really loves his mom. That's not
apropos for today.
Yeah. Today specific. I was a little upset because I knew I was like, man, so they redid this, so maybe they changed the ending. They didn't change the ending. The ending ends the same way, which I guess I should have known better, but I was kind of hoping they changed the ending. I was like,
what do you mean for Crisis Core?
The remake of Crisis Core. I was like, ooh, maybe they did something different with the ending. Like, I doubt they did, but maybe they did. Maybe they did. They didn't. They did. I have to play remake to get that, so that's next. So don't worry. And that's all I got for you because Crisis Core was the only interesting thing that happened to me. Chrono Trigger was a fucking cakewalk. I love it when a boss on demand can just confuse your entire fucking party. Just
lovely.
Yeah, just
sounds
on,
lovely.
Yeah, just on demand. Just like, you're all confused, assholes. Hope you enjoy. Time to prolong this boss fight by a solid 15 fucking minutes. I hope you don't have anything else going on today. Clear out your schedules, asshole, because this is all you're doing. Your turn.
Yay.
Hi. Yeah, thanks. Fantastic.
All right. So, I started out with a bit of Honkai Star Rail as usual. And did a bit more on that. But that's gonna be on pause for a while. So, first I got me this thing here. The 8-bit Do Ultimate. A neat little controller.
You know why I thought... See, you said 8-bit Do. And like my brain thought of a different 8-bit Do controller that
you probably directly went to the SNES.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Didn't know that was his thing, but yeah, that's dope. And then you show me that, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that was not what my brain thought you bought. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I wanted to have a look at an alternative to the Pro controller, looked at reviews, and this one's was supposed to have a distinctly better D-pad, for example, and all the other regular requirements for it. It also has, as quite a few controllers nowadays have, two buttons on the back, which you can program to do whatever. And I am now using that with this.
Ah, yes.
Naturally.
Someday I'll get to it. It's on my list
Mm-hmm.
of stuff to play.
Yeah. I've put in a few hours by now, and I'll say I'm having fun with it, definitely.
Oh, that's good.
Because it changes enough compared to the prequel, well, previous game. I'm not quite sure at the moment if it's a prequel or a sequel. Because
Oh,
as far as I'm in, no one has mentioned anything from Breath of the Wild.
whoops.
And at the start, what we've seen in the reveal originally at I, I think one of the Nintendo Directs it was, where they were Link and Zelda were down in the caves and looking for stuff and discovered Ganondorf, or what I'm thinking is Ganondorf. Um, they also found a mural which depicted a big fight between some people and a big, very distinctly Ganon-looking beast.
Yeah.
And they don't mention the name. They don't act as if they recognize him. Interestingly. Yeah. They just see that as a battle between an ancient battle between I think two races and, well, a monster.
That's interesting.
Ganon is not mentioned, or they don't act like they recognize him. So that's interesting.
Well, depending on when this takes place in the timeline, either Ganon/Ganondorf isn't a thing yet. But that also kind of fucks up my mentality, because, like, technically speaking, if Ganondorf doesn't exist, this puts this, I don't know, somewhere before Ocarina of Time? Because technically on the timeline, that's the first time when Ganondorf himself actually exists. Like, he exists there first. Everything else that we know of him exists at... Because Ocarina of Time is when everything splits. Because the whole time splitting bullshit thing.
I mean, do you remember the reveal, what they showed there?
No, I wasn't paying too much attention to the...
Okay. Because there was some kind of mummified being there, being held down by what's on Link's right arm.
Oh, they gave him the Imhotep treatment. Fuck, that's tough.
Yeah, and
that's tough.
At that point, the mummy awakens, so to speak.
Oh.
And yeah, things go from bad to worse or something like that.
Ah. Evie, don't read that book.
Yeah.
Don't read that book, Evie. What are you doing? Second movie. Evie, every time you open a fucking book, something comes back to life. Stop that shit.
Yeah, not a good idea to do that, huh?
Yeah, don't lesson learned, kids. Don't learn to read.
Well, so far the mechanics and all interesting. The new ones, don't have them all yet, but most of them. Just the latest one I had was the camera, which obviously returns. And there are some things that are definitely changed. Like the bombs you had in Breath of the Wild aren't there anymore. You find bomb plants.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Bomb plants.
Yep.
Didn't know the
And those you
Gorons
can throw.
Didn't know the Gorons branched out that far. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They're the only ones I know of who had that that technology.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and well, do you know anything about the new mechanics? Okay.
Okay, listen, man, listen.
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10.
You've been busy.
No, it's not even like I've been busy. It's like 9 out of 10. The shit comes out and I'm at work, and by the time I get home, I don't care enough to look.
Okay.
So it's like if it's something that like unless it was
you don't watch it before falling asleep.
Yeah, unless it's like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth drops a juicy new trailer on me, where I'm probably just gonna watch that shit at work. I'm not even gonna wait to get home. I'm gonna turn that shit on while I'm at my job. Totally different story. But unless that's the case, I manage to avoid most things about video games unless I really care. So I just haven't really looked into it much. I know you can like build like stuff, so like dirigibles and like flying machines.
You can build all kinds
of
of things, and you can now fuse things together in terms of your weapons and your shield. So you can add attachments to your weapons, so to speak, that make them hit harder and make them more durable. Because durability obviously is back. But for example, it starts from the easiest stuff, like you have a branch at the beginning, you find a stone, and then you fuse them together, and that improves the weapon already significantly. And it's definitely more durable that way.
All right.
And you can do those things. You can put together stuff. And the shrines. Apparently, there are also decently longer shrines than in the previous one. So there's that.
I know Stealth was on Twitter a few days before launch saying there were going to be dungeons.
Apparently, yes. I've heard that in the reviews. I haven't seen them yet, but yeah, apparently there are.
Yeah, that's what he said.
The world is also significantly bigger now. Because, you have your overworld, obviously, the regular one, and it's changed quite a bit from the previous game. Then you obviously have your sky with the islands, and then you have the underground. So, significantly bigger. That's gonna take a while to get through.
Yeah.
Which I'm looking forward to. Still a lot to do. I've merely, what's it now? I think 6 shrines in, because I've also added, though, not 6, it's more because I added another heart besides the one that I had at the beginning, so I'm now at 5 hearts, and I have 2 shrines in addition to that. But that's obviously, there's still gonna be a lot more of that, and there are, again, Korok seeds.
Oh. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those also take advantage of the new mechanics, so that's a bit more. There's a bit more variety there as well, which is good. Like you don't just have to do what you've already seen in Breath of the Wild, but there's also cases like you find a Korok and then You have to figure out a way to get him to another point in the map.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I like
Mm.
that. Okay, there.
Yeah. The physics puzzles in this are gotta be interesting, I think, because
Yeah.
even the easier ones were nice. Because with all putting stuff together, I've, for example, been batting around a giant ball in one of these shrines with the help of a switch and a turning post, which I added some what's it? Missing the word, but I added something to it so I can hit the giant ball into a certain direction.
Mm.
So it's kind of a remote baseball bat.
Man, Zelda, man, these Zelda
Mm.
games are getting weirder and weirder with every fucking release, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they are so far they've pretty much taken everything from the first from the previous game and well, built upon it and
Good.
changed quite a bit of it as well.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Hmm.
All right.
All right. And that's been my week, and that's probably gonna be the next few weeks as well. More
yeah,
Zelda.
it's funny you say that. There was already
Mm-hmm.
a post on, well, I was on Facebook when I saw this, but it was,
Mm-hmm.
I forget what gaming publication had dropped it. It was like someone's
Mm-hmm.
already speed run the game by about 3 hours.
Yeah, not
Which
surprised.
is surprisingly long considering the speed run for Breath of the Wild was something like 20 minutes. So I
Yeah, but with
really,
Breath of the Wild, you had your direct route to the
yeah,
castle.
yeah, you could
With
directly
this
get to
one,
the.
you don't have that.
So I would really like. One of the things I'm
Mm-hmm.
surprised, like, I know, I forget who, I think it was, who did it? Who made, I can't think of the developer now. There was
Mm-hmm.
the developers were watching a speed run of their game. I thought this was
Mm-hmm.
hilarious because they're watching it and they're commenting on it and they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"Wait, did he skip? How the hell did he do that? Wait, can you do that? You could do that. I didn't know you could do
Hmm.
that. How did he do?"
Yeah, it's probably not just one that
Yeah,
had that happen.
he's like, "Wait, you could."
Could it have been Shovel Knight maybe?
It wasn't Shovel Knight.
Okay, but because they probably also had some stuff like that happen,
It's like
but
you could do
yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll start off with this one from Tech Raptor. Nintendo president discusses next
Mm-hmm.
generation pricing, pricing a Switch and the Legend of Zelda. I'm going to go through some of the
Mm-hmm.
more interesting points. I'm not going to go through this bit by bit because it's not
Mm-hmm.
all super important. One of the core things he talks about is the first one is that they want to maintain high utilization rate of the Switch. They don't necessarily
Mm-hmm.
just want to jump ship to a new console. They want people still engaged with the
Mm-hmm.
Switch because as we know, not everyone's going to jump ship from one platform to
Mm-hmm.
another. You're always going to have your stragglers, but they want to maintain a high utilization for which means game consoles tend to be affected by the release of new games, so the company will continue to focus on that. They also believe they need
Mm-hmm.
to continue providing opportunity for customers to play with the Switch rather than solely relying on new releases. So give people, they want to continue to give you a reason to pick up your
Mm-hmm.
Switch. I think they do a good enough job with that already. Fucking
They've just given us a good job for that, a good reason
yeah,
for
I,
that.
I don't I don't think that's a concern, but I,
Mm.
I, I like to hear that, and that's a really interesting, really nice perspective to
Mm-hmm.
take
Yeah.
on that.
I don't think for people it's much of a concern currently, but for them, obviously, that's their strategy.
Yeah,
Which,
that's
yeah, it makes sense.
uh, this it's like they also talks about when they do launch a new console, it will be extremely important to do so while maintaining a high number of customers that play a Nintendo console. However, At this stage, the priority is to maintain and expand the usage of the Nintendo Switch along the momentum of the business. Because the Switch has a lot of momentum going for it. Say what you will about its hardware, which gets brought up a lot. I personally haven't really found myself really feeling that with the games I play, but I don't necessarily play a lot of games that maybe necessarily push the hardware in the same ways that people really want to be pushed, but I'm also not someone who's expecting super high resolutions out of a portable console. I'm sorry, I just don't. That's not a real high priority for me. I'll tell you the truth. When I booted up Final Fantasy X HD on the Switch OLED, bro, that screen alone blew my fucking mind. Like, bro, that I have never in my life, in the 35 years I've been alive, have seen the game look that good. That game looked incredible. Like, between the screen and how the game already looks, 10 is already a good looking game, so I don't think you really need much more than that. But between the screen and that, bruh, miss me with that, straight up. They also, one of the core things they talk about, or you know what, they do talk about the Super Mario Brothers movie. He mentions that it's a catalyst for people to become interested in Mario games, which will positively impact Switch hardware and software sales. In fact, Nintendo is already seeing a positive result in various areas, merchandise and sales of classic games. In the longer term, they think the movie is an opportunity to make Mario fans for those that have never played the game or those who've played before but have since left the fandom. So, you know, they're looking at the movie as being more than just a movie. Obviously, it's a way to push product. Which what else is a movie based on what else is a movie based on a property supposed to be? Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
and
kids.
it's certainly got to do a better job of that than the old Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, it's like I'm sorry, kids. Y'all love Transformers, but y'all gotta remember that was there to push toys.
Yep.
G.I. Joe fans, I'm talking to you as well.
That's the only reason why all those bots died in the movie back then. In '86, I think it was.
Oof.
Make place for the new toys.
One of the things they also bring up is they address the price. The price. The big thing that's going around right now is how much games are going to start costing. He acknowledges that the Tears of Kingdom, which is $10 higher in the U.S. states compared to its predecessor, this doesn't mean that Nintendo is increasing software prices in general. The basic policy is to determine the prices on a case-by-case basis. That being said, it's true that the development prices are trending upward due to technology getting more advanced, so the company will carefully consider the pricing of each game going forward. So, you know.
Yeah, and from what I've heard about what is in Tears of the Kingdom, I can understand that they'd price that one higher.
Yeah, I feel like if you were going to price a Nintendo game right now that would be coming out at $70, I feel like Tears of the Kingdom probably would be the one you could get away with. Yeah, I feel like that's
the more I'm seeing of the game and the more I'm hearing of it. Yeah, I can understand why they took this long to make it. This wasn't a development hell kind of thing. This was, this needed the time.
Yeah, they needed this. This had to. This was a. They put the
effort in.
This was the box says to cook for this long. I'ma cook it for this long. That's what this was. All right. You want your meal to come out properly. You gonna cook that bitch until it's ready, and that's what they did. They cooked it till it was ready. So, there wasn't too much more. They talk about how material costs and manufacturing costs have changed throughout the last couple of years. Certain things have gone up, certain things have gone down, which is to be expected given the climate that we're in. I mean, certain materials are going to be easier, certain materials are going to be harder. Lastly,
also, as luck would have it, I did not pay the full price for my copy. Because apparently several stores over here, or several sellers, retail sellers, and even Amazon had price reductions on it. For
Huh.
me, when I ordered it, it was the regular 70. But since apparently at some point the price that it was sold on was 60, they gave me the reduced price.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
Sort of a pre-sale guarantee from Amazon.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah, and
I like
another
that.
friend of mine bought it at another retailer. He only paid 50.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. It's one hell of a
Not.
discount. Shit.
Yeah, not 100% sure what the reason for that was there, but I mean, he's not gonna question it.
Yeah, no. Why would you? I'm not. Fuck
Exactly.
that. I'm not questioning that shit. Fuck no.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing on the. Oh shit! Did I close? I closed the window, didn't I? Well, Mike, it's fine. Don't. Never mind. I got it. I got it. Last but not least, they mentioned that the target of 15 million Switches units to be shipped in the current fiscal year is easy to achieve, as it's a 16.5% drop year on year compared to previous decreases above 20. Yet the company has been working hard since the beginning of the fiscal year to achieve it. Jesus, it just never dawned on me just how many of these fucking things were actually being bought. I just never
Mm-hmm.
really.
We're at
I
around
can't.
150 million currently, I
I
think.
just can't visualize that many
So
motherfucking people.
it's no surprise that people are always asking about the next generation. For one, obviously because of the hardware, but also because of how much of this thing has been sold. And at this point, obviously sales are gonna drop out.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna hit a saturation point. You're eventually
yeah.
gonna hit a point when everyone who wants a Switch is
Mm-hmm.
going to now have a Switch. So the chance of you
Yeah.
selling a Switch are gonna be much less. But
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't think they've seen enough of a drop yet to really have hit that. I mean, they've seen a bit of a drop. It's dropping.
It's yeah, I mean, obviously at the start of the pandemic and all, we had that large drought of available systems, so people were still you could still notice people are massively buying them, but obviously after so many years it's just gonna drop a while because I
Yeah.
mean this is now 6 years old, this
Jesus, has it
system.
been that long? Fuck. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair
it
enough.
was in 2017 March
All
it
right.
was released.
Like I said before, everybody, this is going to be a shorter episode, so I'm going to just jump
Hmm.
over to the other store we had for today. From VG247, Unity fires manager who treated the company is out of touch. Huh. Okay.
Oh.
That's mm. The tweet in question states a Uni exec just shared that they rent a secondary apartment in SF to make it easier to be in the office. Maybe we should all just do this to make it easier to RTO. This company has lost it completely out of touch. What is RTO? RTO?
Return to office, I'm guessing.
Oh, ew. You just want to keep me in the motherfucking office. That's all that shit is.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
okay. That's
to get back from home office to the actual office, so to speak.
it's weird that like so many companies have this
Mm-hmm.
notion that like the work from home thing is a bad idea, but my wife follows these statistics. Like
Mm-hmm.
companies have these statistics. Like you have these statistics. A lot of statistics I've seen haven't really shown that work from home is
Mm-hmm.
bad. Like
No.
the big one people say is productivity is low, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, is it? And then if I look up like statistics, it's like, yeah, it depends on the people. It's more of a people
I mean,
thing.
it's obviously an on average thing in
Yeah,
that regard. But if you keep an eye on people that are in home office and notice them slipping or something, then you can still address that issue.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's because they have a problem, or maybe it's something else. Depends.
Uh, the
But
po
yeah.
the poster Miranda Do followed up by saying renting an apartment in SF would cost me over half my gross monthly salary, probably 3/4 of my take home income. Roughly 2 hours later, Do would confirm she was fine. Fuck, they moved fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jesus, God damn. Never in
Yeah.
the Never in the history of America have I seen a bureaucracy move so quickly and so swiftly. That
I
is
mean, it was a Unity exec that she essentially uh spoke against. So yeah, it's understandable. It's like the pushing the red button.
why would Unity do this? Well, there are several reasons. Some argue that having a team in office is better for team cohesion, building rapport. There is also the cost of office space. It's funny they bring up office space because that's one of the big
Mm-hmm.
things that has my wife now permanently working from home. Is that the company she
Mm-hmm.
worked for, they had already not been in the office for about a
Mm-hmm.
year by the time this happened, and renewing their lease on that building was coming up, and the company was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Well, fuck, we're not gonna pay
Yeah, they
all
probably
this
chose to
money.
go into a smaller space
We're not gonna pay
and
all
save
this
money.
money for a lease. We'll have an ad hoc place that we can
Mm-hmm.
have business meetings if we have to have them, but we'll have our company work from home. Fuck it." It's
Mm-hmm.
not
Yeah.
worth, because like again, you don't they at the time they weren't sure how long they were going to be out of the office, and if you're going to be out,
Mm-hmm.
they would have been out another year before the company would have been able to open the office again. That's what you're going to pay on a lease for a whole year that's empty. You're going to pay on a building that's
Mm-hmm.
empty that has no people in there, nobody's in there for a
Mm-hmm.
whole year. Come on now.
Yep. And in
How
that case, it just absolutely makes fiscal sense to
Yeah,
just
it's
just
yeah.
take a small space that you need or that you can use if need be, and that's it.
Yep. However, the counter argument against returning to the office, Apollo Technical found from studying 13,000 people that working from home improved worker productivity by 13%. You shouldn't forget the money saved for employees from avoiding commute. Yeah, the commuting.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Yep.
commuting part.
Time is money, and commuting takes time.
Yeah, like I gotta drive something like 20 miles to get to work every day, and then
Mm-hmm.
20 miles to get back home. Now that may not seem like a lot, but you do that in a week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. That's all I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. I'm saying it
And
ain't nothing.
and it always depends on where you have to go through which roads. So
Yeah,
depending on that,
how
there can be traffic,
how
more
I decide.
traffic and less. Yeah.
That is kind of crazy that she got
Mm-hmm.
fired
Yep.
over this though, cuz like I don't even like the initial tweet. I don't even think she was being rude. Like if I say you're out
And
of touch,
not rude.
I wouldn't say that's even like stepping out of line. Like from
It's definitely it's not rude. It's just facts.
yeah, like
Cause
that's not even
holy
like
hell, as an exec, you say, "Hey, just rent a secondary apartment in
yeah,
SF, of all places.
rent a secondary apartment in San Francisco, motherfucker. How much you paying
Just cheap
me?
cake."
Yeah, how much you paying me? You gonna up my pay
Yeah.
to make sure I can afford this? Because
Mm-hmm.
this sound like I don't like to use the
Com-
phrase. This sounds like some privileged shit only you could afford, and you think the rest of us can afford it. That's what this sounds like.
Absolutely. Completely out of touch
Probably being
isn't
nice. Probably being
yeah,
nice.
exactly. That's a nicer description of that kind of suggestion.
Yeah, I'm being hella nice to you if I'm just saying you out
Yeah.
of touch. San Francisco just rent another,
Mm-hmm.
bruh. Like just
That's not the secondary apartment.
yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
just rent another apartment in one of the most expensive places to live.
Are
Okay,
you paying? Because if
yeah.
not, then stick that suggestion where the sun don't shine.
How are you? How much money? Like I look, I don't like to like
It's a
come after.
Unity exec, so he's gonna make a lot.
Oh, so yeah, I'm pretty sure to him that probably well, he's an exec. How often is he really showing up to the fucking office? like, like realistically, come
Who
on.
knows? Who knows? But he might be one of those that does often do it.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him. But the rest of us can't
But
exactly
but
afford to
even
rent.
if he does, obviously he can afford something like that, no problem.
Yeah, rent another.
He'd probably buy one.
Yeah, rent another apartment. You know, that's impressive. Like, I'm not even really like, cause she got fired so fast, like so fast,
Yeah,
they
they
like,
reacted right quick on that.
yeah. My thing is like, I would have expected to get like wrote up, maybe had a conversation with someone about proper internet etiquette for the business, and then be like, hey, don't do that again. Nah, dog. They skipped that shit completely. They went straight to the cannon your ass. Like that is absurd. That is so absurd. I can't even deal with just how ridiculous that shit sounds. Holy shit.
Yeah, but given how Unity has been going, that's not a big surprise.
I'm not 100% sure what's been going on with Unity. I don't keep track of
They've
Unity.
been firing a lot of people.
Oh, cool. Okay. Do they also call large portions of their staff onto a quick Zoom call and fire massive portions of their staff, or do they go with
I would not be surprised, honestly.
or do they go with the tweet about it? That they just fired an entire department, but the department doesn't know they've been fired yet till the tweet goes out.
Yes, not sure, honestly, because I mean,
in case you're wondering, these have all actually happened on this show before, so I'm not just pulling shit out of my ass, believe it or not. Yeah. I wish upon a star I was.
Yeah, one key point as info is the CEO, John Riccitiello.
I feel like I've heard that name before. Why have I heard that name? I've heard that name before. Okay.
Yeah.
About to say, I really do feel like I've heard that name before.
Yep, he was president of the EA for quite some time.
Oh, that's why I've heard that name before. Okay. Yeah, fair. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
From 97 to, let's see, with a small, first from 97 to 2004, and then from 2007 to 2013. And then he went over to Unity.
Huh. Cool.
In 2014.
I dig it. Not really, but still.
Yeah.
I dig it, but not really. Not really getting a pat on the back from me on that. Before I wrap up the show, I want to talk about one last thing from Noisy Pixel that just popped up. This was on May 12th. Trails from Zero Trails to Azure. Western sales have exceeded expectations. Good job, everybody. We fucking did it. We did it.
Very good.
We put our money where our mouth was. It's about time, gamers. It's about time.
Sounds good.
Good shit. Y'all put your money where your mouth is. Now they know we want Trails game, so now there's no excuse. Now listen.
They know.
Yeah, now they know for sure. It's not just a fluke. It is not just. So just do me. Now do me a favor and put the Trails in the Sky franchise on Switch. All of them on Switch today, please. I need them on my Switch. Last week, 2 weeks ago. You're late.
Why is it still on there?
Yeah, make that happen, please, because I really, really need those on my Switch as of 2 weeks ago. So, just wanted to point that out. They exceeded expectations, which, yeah, I I would say I'm surprised, but I'm also really not surprised because people were really dumb. People were really excited for Trails from Zero and Trails to Azure. So it's good to know. It's good to know that that internet excitement didn't just turn into smoke. People actually went out and fucking bought the fucking things. I fucking did. So good
Very
job.
good.
Good job, gamers. You succeeded. Anyways, everybody, normally I would have this show go on for an extra 15, 20 minutes, but it is Mama's Day, and I have another engagement I have to get to. So this show is going to be wrapping up on the early side this week so that I can still have a show this week. Yeah, I did not want to skip the show, but I could not skip going to dinner with the family. They would not. Yeah, like you can't. I can get out of a lot of things, CD. You know, I can.
Not on this day.
Yeah, no, not today. I can't get out of this one. This is not one I can just. Oh yeah, I'll just stay home. No, not really. Anyways, everybody, our show can be found on a variety of platforms such as Google, Apple, and Spotify, and our YouTube channel, Turn-Based Cynics, where you can find our video show every single Sunday without fail in the evening, usually around 9 p.m. That's when I've been, like, cranking them bitches out and getting things done. 9 p.m. Eastern is usually I'll usually have it done. It'll usually be uploaded and done before 9 p.m. So the audio show should already be up before that. The video show takes a while because YouTube's got to process it and all that shit. So the audio show should already be available to listen to well before that because it doesn't take me long to upload a 100 megabyte audio file, believe it or not. So yes, you can find us. You can find our shows there every single week. I hope you all have a fantastic Mother's Day for all you mothers out there, and a fantastic week. I know most of you are probably playing Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I turn on my Switch. There's 5 people online. They're all playing the same fucking game. They're all playing the same fucking game. I know. I get it. Okay. I signed up for this. In any case, everybody, have a fantastic week, and we will see you all next time.
See ya.